Welcome to NIOS Studio. Hello learners. In this course, we will learn about Indian folk and tribal art. India is a land of diverse cultures, languages, traditions and art forms. Among the numerous forms of artistic expression, folk and tribal art holds a special place, reflecting the vibrant mosaic of Indian heritage. Let's look at the objectives we are aiming at for today. We will be looking into the background of some of the folk and tribal arts and its utility. Different forms of folk art and tribal art would be discussed, and techniques and mediums of folk and tribal arts, and importance of different styles of folk and tribal arts, and contribution of women in the creation of folk and tribal art. Indian art forms are deeply rooted in the culture and social fabric of various regions, offering a glimpse into the lives, beliefs and creativity of indigenous communities across the country. We shall explore the significance of folk and tribal art in India, its various forms, historical evolutions, cultural importance and challenges it faces. Here is one of the example of folk and tribal art, which you might be very familiar with. Folk and tribal art in India encompasses a wide range of artistic expressions, each unique to the region and community it represents. These art forms can broadly be categorized into painting, sculpture, pottery, textiles and various forms of crafts. Some well-known examples of folk and tribal art in India include Madhubani painting from Bihar, which you have seen just now, Warli painting from Maharashtra, Pattachitra from Odisha, Gond art from Madhya Pradesh and many more. Each of these art forms has its distinct style, techniques and themes, making them a testament to the cultural diversity of the country. If we look at the historical evolution, the roots of folk and tribal art in India can be traced back to ancient times. These art forms have been practiced for centuries, handed down through generations within communities. The themes and motifs often draw inspiration from nature, mythology, religion and everyday life. Let's look at some of the art forms. Warli art. Originating from the Warli tribe in Maharashtra, it features simple white on brown geometric patterns and scenes from tribal life. Madhubani painting, a traditional art form from Bihar, characterized by intricate and colorful depictions of nature and mythology. Pattachitra, a style of painting from Odisha, Bengal, known for its intricate detailing and mythological themes. Then comes Gond art. Hails from the Gond tribe in Madhya Pradesh. It uses vibrant colors and depicts flora and fauna. Here is one of the example from Mithila. These paintings have a very vibrant colors. You can see the richness in its form and composition. You see here another example of Santal painting, or it is also called as Pattachitra from Bengal. Here is another example of folk art form, Tanjore painting. It originates in Tamil Nadu. These paintings are known for their rich colors gold leaf work and religious themes. And then Kalamkari, an art form from Andhra Pradesh and Telangana that involves hand painted or block printed textiles with mythological motifs. Here is the example of Kalamkari painting, which is vibrant and very naturally evolved composition, which uses pigments from the nature. Then comes Pulkari, the traditional embroidery from Punjab, known for its intricate floral designs, and Kutayam masks, the traditional Sanskrit theatre of Kerala, uses elaborate masks for characters. So these marks are from that. And Dokra art. This is a traditional art form, comes from the central and eastern India, which mainly uses the casting from various metals and especially the bronze or the brass. Gond sculpture. Beyond paintings, Gond art is also known for the wooden sculptures. These tribes also create three-dimensional art forms quite often in wood. And Manjusha art, a traditional art form from Bihar involving painted containers to narrate stories. And there is also another example of Toda embroidery. The Toda tribe of Nilgiri Hills creates distinctive embroidery with bold geometric designs. And Arunachal's weaving. The Arunachal Pradesh tribes are skilled weavers, creating vibrant textiles with intricate designs. And Kolam, traditional floor art from South India, created with rice flour or colored powders on the ground surface. Another example of painting comes from, it's called as Shaura painting, a tribal art form from Odisha, known for its simple yet striking patterns. Here is an example of Babuji Ka Bhat painting. And from the north, Kashmiri paper mache. Artisan in Kashmir craft intricate decorative items using this technique. And there is also Adivasi pottery. Various tribal communities across India have their distinct pottery traditions, often functional and decorative, which very much resembles our Mohenjo-daro and Harappan potteries. Kutch embroidery. The Kutch region in Gujarat is known for its exquisite embroidery with mirror work. And there is also Chamba Rumal, colorful embroidery from Himachal Pradesh, often depicting stories or natural motifs. Other comes Kadwa art, another form of narrative painting specifically from Rajasthan, usually found on wooden boxes. As we have seen, Bengal Patachitra, its traditional narrative scrolls from Bengal depict stories from mythology and folklore. And here you see an example of bill painting. And Kobar painting, traditional art from Bihar, particularly in the Bhagalpur region, is often used in wedding ceremonies. And Lepcha art from Lepcha community in Sikkim, it includes colorful designs and motifs on textiles and artifacts. And Naga shawls. Naga tribes of northeast India create distinctive shawls with unique motifs and patterns. Shaura art, traditional tribal art from Odisha, often painted on the walls or inspired by nature and rituals. Mataji ki Pezi, cloth hangings used by the Waghri community in Gujarat, depicts the goddesses. And Kokali art, an art form from Kerala that uses coconut shells to create intricate sculptures. These are some of the distinctive art forms comes from Indian folklores. And now let's take a small break and get into the utility aspect of these art forms.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने,
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो,
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो, कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो, मित्रों हम उठे और जागे, मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने। राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर,
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात, कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने, कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने, स्वयं बने, हम
Hello learners, welcome back. Now let's look at one of the vibrant example of folk art form, that is Pithora painting. You have seen different kinds of art forms with a brief description. Now let's see the traditional scroll paintings from the Deccan region, which are Pithora art that depict mythological and religious scenes. Like that, you will also see Chitra art, a unique form of floor painting from Karnataka, featuring intricate geometric and nature inspired designs. This is Shaura painting, which is basically done with the white on the brown background. And then comes Tanka painting, which is from Himachal Pradesh. Tanka painting is a Tibetan Buddhist tradition that has influenced art in the Indian Himalayan regions, including Himachal Pradesh. These intricate scroll paintings depict deities, mandalas, and religious narratives and are used in the religious ceremonies and meditation. This is one of the example of Tanka painting, which depicts Bodhisattva. Originating in Tibetan culture but also found in Ladakh and Himachal Pradesh, it is characterized by intricate Buddhist religious art. And then comes carved art, a traditional portable shrine from Rajasthan, often adorned with detailed painted narratives. And then comes Kondapalli toys. These wooden toys from Andhra Pradesh are crafted with artistic precision and vibrant colors. And comes Kalam Patua or Patochitra, which we have seen in examples, which also depicts the daily life activities. And comes miniature paintings from Rajasthani and Pahari schools, which are done in a very small scale artworks. And comes Nirmal Cheryala paintings, a folk art form from Telangana known for its vibrant colors and intricate motifs. Pithora painting, traditional art of Rathwa tribe in Gujarat, typically representing gods, animals, and fertility. The Bil community in Madhya Pradesh is known for their tribal art, which features intricate patterns and symbolic representations, which is Bil art. Certainly, here some background information on the folk and tribal art forms in India and their utility can be known. If we look into the Dokra art, which is from the central and eastern India, their background shows Dokra is an ancient form of metal casting using the lost wax technique with its roots in tribal culture. And utility is to create jewelry, idols, and decorative items. It also plays a role in preserving the cultural heritage of tribal communities. Adivasi pottery, which is its pottery traditions often passed down through generations. Pottery has practical uses in daily life such as cooking and storage. It also holds cultural and ritual significance with specific forms used in ceremonies and rituals. Kutch embroidery has been practiced for generations by various communities in Kutch region of Gujarat. Its utility is beyond its aesthetic appeal. Kutch embroidery is used in clothing, home furnishing, and often serves as an important source of income for local artisans. As we have discussed about Naga shawls from the northeastern India, these shawls have been woven for centuries by Naga tribes of northeast India, with each tribe having its distinct style. These shawls have both cultural and practical significance. They are worn during rituals, ceremonies, and daily life and signify the wearer's tribal identity. And Kalamkari art from Andhra Pradesh has a long history in Andhra and Telangana, with its roots in traditional practice of storytelling. Through painted fabrics, Kalamkari serves as a decorative art and a functional textile. It is used for clothing, wall hangings, and other decorative purposes, often featuring mythological stories. And then comes Tanjore painting. Tanjore paintings emerged in the 16th century during the reign of Marathas. It is closely associated with the regions of temple art. It is a form of devotion, with the paintings often featuring deities and religious themes. They adorn the interiors of temples and homes. Gond art of Madhya Pradesh is rooted in the Gond tribal culture. The Gonds believe that viewing good images protects them from evil spirits. It is also often used for warding off negative influences and as a form of storytelling. It also generates income for tribal communities. And coming to the background of Patachitra of Odisha, is a traditional art form that has been practiced in Odisha for centuries. It's closely linked to the regions of temple culture and serves a dual purpose of religious expression and art. It's used for telling stories from Hindu mythology and decorating the interiors of temples. Madhubani painting has its roots in Mithila region of Bihar, where women used to paint intricate designs on their walls and floors during special occasions. It is not only a form of art but also a means of preserving and passing down the art form to the future generations. Warli art, on the other side, dates back to 10th century AD. It originated from the Warli tribe, primarily as a way to decorate their homes with scenes of daily life and rituals. Warli art serves as a form of expression, communication, and storytelling. Folk and tribal arts in India employ a wide range of techniques and mediums to create, with unique and culturally rich artwork. Let us go through some of the techniques and mediums. Painting techniques, like in Warli painting of Maharashtra, primarily done using a white pigment made from rice paste or chalk on a brown background. If we look into the Madhubani painting, it uses natural pigments and brushes made from twigs or fingers, featuring intricate line and fillings. Patachitra requires fine brushes made from animal hair or plant fibers to create an intricate detailing in the artwork. Gond art on the other side, uses bold lines and intricate dots to fill the spaces, often created with fine tipped brush and natural pigments. In the Kalamkari, it combines hand painting and block printing. These are two separate techniques in itself, which draws from the natural pigments, and the tools are quite unique to its art form. If we look into the textile arts, the mediums and the techniques used are quite different along the length and breadth of the country. The Kutch embroidery of Gujarat utilizes various embroidery stitches, mirrors and colorful threads to create intricate patterns on the fabric. Pulkari of Punjab involves colorful embroidery patterns that cover the entire cloth in a uniform manner. Arunachal's weavings, traditional handlooms used to weave intricate patterns in the textile. And now let's look into the sculptural and craft techniques. Dokra art of central and eastern India uses metal casting, which is lost wax technique, to create the detailed figurines and jewellery. Naga wood carving. These are hand carved using simple tools to create sculptures and functional objects. And comes Kokkali art of Kerala, carving coconut shells into intricate patterns and designs. These have an exceptional tools to do the patterns and these designs. And one of the major medium which is used among all the tribal and folk artists are pottery and clay work. Adivasi pottery, which is basically uses the coiling methods, pinching techniques and slab building techniques. These are mostly used to create the functional pottery. And tribal terracotta sculptures, which are hand molded, uses clay to create figurines, animals and other objects of cultural significance, which could be used in their rituals and other occasions. In the textile mediums, Naga shawls are typically woven using natural fibers like cotton, silk or wool. And Kasuti embroidery of Karnataka is done with silk thread on hand woven cotton fabric. And there comes a very famous art form from Himachal Pradesh, that is Chamba Rumal, which is embroidery on fine muslin fabric using silk or cotton thread, and natural and eco-friendly materials which are used in folk art. Let's look at some of the examples. First comes Kora grass painting from Assam, which uses Kora grass as the canvas with traditional motifs drawn using natural dyes. Aipan, or which comes from Uttarakhand, patterns created with rice paste on the floor, which is not only a decorative but also symbolic. And let's look at some of the examples of paper mache and scroll arts, which come from Kashmiri paper mache, which is molding and hand painting used to create intricate artifacts, which are mostly, these boxes are mostly used for jewelry. And Kalampatwa of the Bengal depicts the stories on scrolls which uses cloth or paper using natural pigments. These techniques and mediums reflect the resourcefulness and creativity of folk and tribal artisans, who often use locally available materials to create their art, preserving their cultural heritage while adapting to their environment. The various styles of folk and tribal art in India hold significant cultural, social, and economic importance. Preservation of cultural heritage, where the folk and tribal art serves as a repository of cultural traditions, myths, and rituals, preserving the heritage of these communities for future generations. These art forms are integral to the identity of indigenous communities, reinforcing their unique cultural distinctiveness and helping them maintain a sense of belonging. Folk and tribal art provide livelihood opportunities for artisans, contributing to rural and tribal economies. They often serve as a vital source of income for these communities. These art forms showcase the incredible diversity of artistic expression in India, reflecting different regions, traditions, and beliefs. Folk art, tribal art often tells stories, communicate social messages, and serve as a form of non-verbal communication within the community. Many of these art forms are used in religious ceremonies and rituals, adding a spiritual dimension to daily life and worship. Some tribal art reflects a deep connection with nature and encourages environmental awareness and sustainability. These art forms are often adaptable and can evolve over time, allowing artisans to integrate contemporary themes and techniques while retaining their cultural roots. Like we have seen one example of is Kalighat, which is got influenced from Patachitra, which transformed over the time. Even the Patachitra's narrations quite often change. These art forms attract tourists and promote cultural exchange, providing an economic boost to the regions, fostering cultural understanding. The creation of folk and tribal art often involves entire communities, strengthening social bonds and cooperation. In summary, we can say that these art forms are not only visually stunning but also play a crucial role in preserving cultural legacies, fostering community identity, and contributing to the livelihood of many communities across the India. One last thing we could observe in these community and their cooperation is the contribution of women in the creation of folk and tribal art is significant and often central to the sustainability and preservation. Here are highlighting roles which we could look at. Women often play a vital role in passing down artistic traditions from one generation to the next, ensuring the continuity of these art forms, which involves mainly the skill transfer, Many art forms such as Madhubani painting and Pulkari embroidery involves skills that are taught and handed down by elderly women in the community. And next, the household decor and ritual part, where women use their artistic skills to decorate homes, clothing, and create items for ritual and ceremonies, imbuing them with cultural significance. Okay, learners, now let's take a small break and look at the other points where how women contribute to the folk and tribal art forms.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर
शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर दुनिया में इसके केंद्र बात
कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने कोई मन चाहा केंद्र चुने स्वयं बने हम
Welcome back, learners. We have looked into the idea of skill transfer and household decors and rituals done by women and how they contribute to folk and tribal art. And like that, if we see, they also contribute to the economic aspects. Women artisans are often the main income earners for their families through the creation and sale of these artworks, and they are also the forebearers for the community's identities. Women contribute to the preservation and representation of the community identity through art, as seen in the case of Warli painting and Naga textiles, and also they come into aid to support the family in marketing them. Women bring their unique perspectives and creativity to the art forms, leading to innovations and variations in traditional designs, and also which are preserved and transferred to future generations. And sustained communities. Here, through the economic empowerment and offered by the art, and women contribute to the social and economic sustainability of their communities. Next, if we see, women often use their art to express their personal and collective stories, struggles and aspirations, which aids in storytelling and expression. Next comes the environmental consciousness. Some women artists use their creations to raise awareness and environmental issues and the importance of the natural resources. This we could see in terms of reflecting in their art forms. In many tribal and indigenous communities, women are key in maintaining and reviving art forms that have faced challenges due to changing social and economic landscapes. In summary, women's contributions in the folk and tribal art extend far beyond artistic expressions. They are instrumental in maintaining cultural legacies and economic sustenance and community cohesion. Folk and tribal art in India are invaluable treasures that offer insights into the diverse cultures and traditions that make up the country's identity. These art forms are more than just aesthetically pleasing. They are windows into the history, beliefs, and creativity of indigenous communities. Thank you, learners. Hope you have enjoyed and learned the introduction to folk and tribal art, and also the utility aspects of the folk art forms. Keep exploring and be curious. Let's meet again with a new topic.